Through it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the 2 and the 9 together, just like this, and that's 11. And then since it's 10s right here, the 9 and the 6, that's 90, and that's 60. I just circle them, and then I add them up, because 90 plus 60 is 150. And then these are the hundreds, the 3 and the 4. Oh, what the heck? Okay, and then the 3 and the 4 are hundreds, so I circle them, and then circle them, and then add them up, so it's 300 plus 400, and that's 700. And then I add all these up, so 11 plus 150 plus 700. And that equals, so 11 plus 150 is 161. And 161 plus 700 is 861, so just like this. It's 861.
The only feedback I want to give to Bryce here is that if I was rewriting this, I'd want to make sure that my place values all line up. Otherwise, it can get a little bit confusing and people can't quite see. But what I liked about Bryce's answer is that he was just writing it down to show you what he was thinking in his head. And he actually was able to do that mental math in his head because he kind of regrouped these into place values that were easier to work with. So that was fantastic.
Can I do it? Okay, so 2 plus 9 is 11, so you add 10. And then 7 plus 9 is 16, so you put a 6 here. What the? No, the pen isn't working.
Just go backwards.
Hold up. Hold it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
That's okay.
Don't do this.
So
Then the 6.
just there you go.
Don't do this. You have to do this.
And the 6, and then you add another 100, and then you add 100. Then so 4 plus 4 is 8.
So you add 5.
All right. So now, any feedback to Elijah here on the language that he used for these digits? Now, in the last one, for example, he said you add the 1, the 3, and the 4, but is that 1, 3, and 4?
No, it's like there's like you have to say the actual like number.
All right. So what is it?
Tens and 100.
That's what I said. At first I said the 10s.
You did.
Then I
on
said
the first one.
ones.
You did really well. Good. I'm just saying on the last one, make sure that you use the correct language so that you know.
Plus the 1 and you plus the 1, but really just plus the 10.
Well, it's not tens. It's 100. It's 300 and 400.
Or like this, yeah.
Okay, and then he gets his 800. All right. So good work.
Okay, so how you estimate is you just round the numbers to the closest like 10th number. So 362 will be 360, and 499
Rate your zeros like that.
will be 500,
It's like names of, oh, sorry. Because it's Greek.
and then you just add
That's
it, so it's
racist.
860,
German?
and then you get the answer 860.
Yeah. What did you break? Did it break?
All right. So I want to look at one of the questions that I asked you to estimate. I asked you to estimate questions number 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So we're estimating questions 9, 10, 11, 12. That was your task. I want to look at this one. Nora had a really good strategy, and we talked a little bit about it. And then somebody else at her table said, well, you know what? I'm always confused because I don't know what to do on this. Now, let's pretend, for example, this was money. But we're also dealing with relatively small numbers. So how close do we want to get? Do we want to get within 100, or do we want to kind of try and get within 10?
Within 10.
We want to try and get in with 10 because we're dealing with smaller numbers here. So one of the things that I could look at this and just sort of say, well, 94, I could say 94 is pretty close to 100. I could just say 100 plus 365 is about $465 if it was money. Right? So that's pretty straightforward. I'm just estimating using changing one number. So that's one thing I could do. Now another option is dealing with the numbers here is I could say, well, you know what, 4 4 I always want to round down, so I'm going to make this 90. But 5s I always round up. So I make that 90 plus 3, 70, which is about 460. So my first time through, I said 465 because I changed this to 100. So it was a little bit over, but am I still within 10?
Yep.
So if I'm within 10, am I happy?
Yes.
Sure. And this is how we do a lot of the adding in real life is we aren't always so concerned. If I go to Costco and I'm adding up in my head what my bill's going to be, if I'm within $10, I'm pretty happy. I don't need to know the exact dollar figure right down to the cents. Within $10, I'm happy.
On number 10, I just thought that this was,
Here you go.
I just thought this was 60 here. No, oh, not 60. I mean, wait, did I? Yeah, I did 60 there. And then I thought this, I just estimated up 250. And the answer was 310. And when I looked over the question again, I found that I actually got the answer right.
All right, I'm going to talk about this one for a minute. I want everybody to look at this one. One of the things I love about Division 4 is that we're not afraid to kind of put our answers out there and get some feedback on them on what our thinking was. Ryan, you got a little bit lucky on this, and I'll tell you why. When I've got a 6, do I want to round the 6 up or down? I want to round this up. So this would be probably more appropriate to say 70. Now think about it. If somebody owes you $66 and they say, you know, I only got 10s, what do you would you rather have? Would you rather have 60?
Yeah, it's closer to 70.
Okay, it's close to 70. All right, so, and then same thing here. I've got a 4. Now is 4 less than 5?
Yes.
Remember on the other one, 5 goes up, 4 goes down. So Ryan, you got a little bit lucky. And again, we want to get within 10. So your thinking wasn't totally way off because you end up with the same thing, right? 40 plus 70 is 110. 110 plus 200 is 310. So, you know, another thing I might do with this is I might even say, well, you know what? This is pretty close to about 250 plus 60, 310. Easy. All right, so estimating with hundreds, if we're within tens, we're happy. If we're estimating with thousands, and we get within 100, we're happy. All right?